Hey guys, it's Lisa here with your Meant for More moment, and today I want to talk about what to do if you are feeling stuck on something that is a needle mover. Like, if you could do that one thing, it has a whole domino effect of all kinds of other things that you'll be able to do, but you can't get that one freaking thing done. Like, it's that thing that you keep dragging forward to the next day or the next week or the next month. And for whatever reason, it's not necessarily a hard thing. You just cannot get yourself to sit down and do it. So get something in your mind. I know you've got one. I always have like one of those hanging around. So you're going to be able to use this idea over and over. And it's top of mind because I was just coaching my client, John. And he is in a group coaching program with me, but also opted for private mentorship. So we speak once a month, one-on-one. And this particular thing has been forwarding. I looked at my notes. It was there as a homework for him in January, and then again in February. And then we had our March call and it was still there. And at the time I'm recording this, it's early June. So this thing's been there like at least 5 months. And this particular thing in this case is what we call the outreach email. So what we do with our Speak to Sell students, they design a signature talk, a Speak to Sell talk that they can use over and over for webinars, for podcast interviews, for stages, a talk that sells or leads to strategy sessions. And then of course you've got to get booked or you're never going to do that talk. So to do that, to get booked, we have a guide that they put together something through a template called the Speaker Intro and Talk Summary, right? It's got your bio and your picture and a little bit about your talk. But you don't just send out your speaker intro and talk summary. It has to have an email that goes with it where you say, hey, how may I serve your people, your members? My name is John, and I help businesses that are stuck turn around in hard times. And here, and it has a format, this email. And we literally even give the template of like the 7 things you should include in this very brief email. So I have a lot of students where they've got their talk done. That's the hard part. They've even put the talk summary, some people call it a one sheet, together, but they haven't written that frickin' email that they can just basically copy, paste, and personalize and send it out to a whole bunch of people to get booked. So here's John and I on the call. This thing's been forwarding for 5 months. He's done all the work, and yet this one email is the thing that when it's written, he'll finally be able to either copy paste it himself to a whole bunch of stages that he wants to be on, live and virtual, or even better, he can give it to someone else to send out along with his one sheet. So we're on this call. We've only got a month left of coaching. And long story short, I'm like, okay, this is not going to be a coaching call. This is going to be a work session, right? There's a distinction. Coaching call where I'm like giving him the outline of what to do and the template, and we're determining what we call his best next move, versus a work session where I say, all right, John, open a Google Doc, let me into it. We are writing this letter. So we did it. We wrote the letter. It took us 15 minutes. It actually came out so good. I'm going to be showing it to the rest of our group program so that they can model it. Now he's got it. And so with the rest of our call, I actually asked him, is there anyone could be a college student. They don't need like mad skills. They just need to be somewhat administratively savvy, that you could give your hit list of places you want to speak. He had that done. Your email template, which we just made of the base email, and your speaker one sheet, and say, hey, can I pay you to research who's the contact at each of these places on my hit list, and then send them this email with my one sheet attached. So literally within, the first half hour of the call, we had the letter written, and he has someone that, I didn't get off the call till he pushed send, and that, that person even replied that they were available for like $20 an hour to do that job. So it's happening. Something that's been stuck since January is happening. So what's the point? Sometimes you just need accountability. You need a work session. You need to find someone in your life, whether it's a paid coach, a family member, someone that works for you. I do this a lot with my executive assistant. I just book an appointment. She's basically babysitting me while I get something done that I've been resisting. And boom, that tool is done now, and we're off to the races. Something that's been stuck for 5 months got solved in, 15 minutes. And so accountability, I know you hear this all the time, but like, how do you use it? You figure out the stuck point, step one, right? The stuck point was getting this letter done. You create an appointment with someone. You know, if you're really, really stuck, you may need to pay that someone just to make it a little painful to say you really do it. Money is a great driver to cause speed. And then, you know, you get it done, and you will find, and I learned this from when I was in a program called Strategic Coach from a gentleman named Dan Sullivan, that with your things that are stuck, it's usually, if you can identify that one action, like we did with getting his email letter done, it will handle 80% of the stuckness, right? And now the other 20% is like him meeting with the gal that he hired and keeping, you know, but she's going to drive it. So there you have it. For anyone who's feeling a little stuck, I just wanted to toss this over the line because let's face it, if you're going to live your meant for more life, you've got to have some hip pocket strategies to get over those things. All right. Have an awesome day.